Hello, my name is Nicholas Hoffman. I will be presenting my second weather briefing video today using the National Weather Service NOAA charts, maps, and alerts to take a look at our national and local weather. Starting off, we'll take a look at the National Alerts page. Moving over the West Coast, first, there are these orange areas of heat advisories over central and eastern Washington, parts of western Oregon, parts of northern California, and northwestern Nevada. The magenta areas of excessive heat warning are over the California-Oregon border. There's also a widespread pink area of red flag warning over Oregon, southern Idaho, and northern Nevada. Moving east, we can find areas of dark green flash flood watches through the southwest in Arizona, New Mexico, and Colorado. These are coupled with pockets of brown flash flood warnings in southern Utah, Arizona, Colorado, and New Mexico. Small areas of flood warnings can be seen in light green in Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, Texas, Minnesota, Ohio, Indiana, Pennsylvania, Maine, Missouri, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina. Areas of heat advisory in orange can be seen in Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, and Alabama, as well as parts of New York. Here on the National Weather Forecast chart, we can see those areas of flash flooding in hatched red in the southwest and on the west border of Tennessee. The orange dashed lines show areas of possible thunderstorms in Oregon, Colorado, a large zone over the southwest in Texas, and a second large area from the Mississippi over to the east coast. There are isolated low-pressure systems over Washington and Oregon, southern Nevada, Colorado, and northeastern New Mexico. A high-pressure system is over South Dakota, and a band of low-pressure systems is running down the Mississippi. Another low-pressure system is sitting in the Virginias, and finally, a high-pressure system is over western New York. There are two cold fronts pushing south through the Midwest, and the tail of a warm front being drawn north over the Oklahoma Panhandle. Temperature across the nation run from the low 70s to the low hundreds, with hot spots over Texas and the western states. The convective outlook shows some probability for thunderstorm activity across most of the U.S. Areas in southern Oregon and western Tennessee have areas of marginal probability of thunderstorm activity. The precipitation forecast shows the highest probability of precipitation through the south and moving up to the east coast, yet most of the country can expect up to an inch of rain today. The predominant weather chart shows coastal fog for California, along with some rain across the Oregon border, fog in central Montana, a large rain cell through Wyoming and South Dakota, fog and low-level clouds throughout the Midwest, and widespread rain from Arizona across southern New Mexico, through West Texas and Oklahoma, up through Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana, and down south in Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, and the Florida Panhandle, as well as along the Gulf of Mexico and the southeastern seaboard. Winds are low across the U.S., with spikes into the high teens in South Dakota and Nebraska, but mostly below 10 miles per hour. On the National Digital Forecast Sky Coverage Percentage chart, there's cloud coverage in three primary bands. Starting on the west coast, the first band extends from the mid-Oregon coast south to the end of the California coastal coverage area. The second band extends northeast from Arizona and eastern New Mexico through Utah and Colorado up to Wyoming, South Dakota, and across the northern Minnesota. The third band of sky coverage extends northeast through North Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Ohio, and across Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Pennsylvania, and up the northeast coast. There's also coverage over Alabama, Georgia, and Tennessee. The infrared satellite image shows very cold tops in the southern regions, with milder returns over the northern states. The visible spectrum satellite view with flight category overlay shows a similar view. IFR flight categories in the southern states with pockets of marginal VFR. Turbulence over Washington and California, and light icing in Colorado, West Virginia, and central Georgia. The North American prog chart shows the tropopause at flight level 400 to 500 over the states. The jet stream is running east to west over Canada at 90 to 100 knots at flight level 300 to 350. And there are isolated embedded thunderstorms over coastal Florida in the Gulf of Mexico below flight level 250 to flight level 400, as well as over the mid-Atlantic seaboard south of New York. Focusing more on aviation-related charts, isolated and scattered thunderstorms range across the Oregon-California border and throughout Nevada, across Montana-Wyoming border, and are widespread from Arizona across northern Texas to Florida, up to the southern border of Pennsylvania, and back west to Colorado. One pocket of numerous thunderstorms can be seen in north-central New Mexico. IFR airmets are issued for the coast of California. Taking a look locally, eastern North Dakota is VFR with scattered clouds. A band of some sky coverage can be seen to the southeast of us through Ohio, Wisconsin, and Michigan. Freezing levels are high across the states from flight level 110 to flight level 170 plus. Here in North Dakota, we will see them at the 110 to 150 range. Areas of trace and light freezing are reported over Nebraska and New Mexico, respectively. Finally, looking at the local weather radar for Grand Forks, it's showing no significant weather returns. Thank you.